Hey everyone, this is David. Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today. It really is one of everyone's favorite guests, the one, the only Carlos King.
David, the Devo, I love you. I'm so happy to be back.
I mean, I can't even speak. So people listen, I told you people love you here, Carlos. They love you. I mean, listen, I was just on your podcast. We broke some exclusive New Jersey reunion tea.
Yes.
You
The
felt,
raindrops love you, David, by the way.
I think they just love you because I am like the New Jersey version of you. I am like, even though I don't live in New Jersey, I don't want to live in New Jersey. I'm just like I don't even know what it is, but maybe just because I'm like as real and honest as you are.
Yes, they love it.
Well, that's a good place to start. Listen, well, when I was on your show, I did say that I heard that everyone was going to be back from New Jersey. I have heard this, Carlos. I have heard that I have heard that New Jersey is going to go on a little mini pause. I've heard there's a pause.
I believe you because if any show needs to go on pause, it's not Potomac, how people are sick. Potomac needs to go on pause. Jersey needs a pause. It needs a stop, no record, no fast forward, no rewind. It needs a pause. So that actually is great news.
And look, I mean, anything's possible. But when I say, I mean, I heard this from an actual cast member who is now planning her summer. And it is, and it was supposed to be like, let's film this month. And now it's like, oh, let me look into airfare and where I'm going to be going. So I think this is a pretty reliable source. And listen, there's very little that I know, Carlos. Here's one thing I can tell you for sure. There's never been a pause where everyone comes back.
Oh, never. Listen, the last pause we had, so in the history of the Real Housewives, and you tell me if I am wrong, the two pauses we had was New York City and Beverly Hills, right? Those two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
New York isn't even coming back with the same original cast, so there goes that example, right? Lisa Rinna was, call it what you want, dismissed, she left, whatever, after a pause from Beverly Hills. I think now it's more evident that it's Melissa Gorga's time to go. That's my thinking.
I mean, listen, if there was everyone was coming back, we don't need a pause. A pause gets you over. It got you over Lisa Rinna, right? So by the time they start filming, you're already over her. And then and it feels like she was never there. So I agree with you. I mean, I think this pause to me means Melissa is going and they have to figure out how this is actually going to work. I don't understand what the pause would mean other than that. Really
No,
don't.
it definitely is that. And it's funny because apparently Melissa Gorga said on her podcast, which I thought was so interesting. And let me just say it. She said on her podcast, as you know, David, I don't run away from things. I'm not quitting the Real Housewives. I'm like, look, girl, no one said you were quitting. Like, girl, we know you're not quitting. We know that. What we're saying is you will be let go. So this is going to be the funny part. Lisa Rinna statement stated it was her decision, which we all know is BS. Love you, Lisa. We miss you. Come back to the show. It was BS. So when Melissa gets let go, she can hide behind the press release of, I decided to leave. No, girl, you told us you're not a quitter and you don't run away. So it's sad to me that Melissa isn't as smart as I wanted her to be, because you should have tried to save face and not say anything.
That's a good point. Yes. Yes. Because Lisa Rinna, listen, there are 5%, maybe 10% of the people out there that do believe, based on all of her statements and sticking to them on national TV shows, that she left on her own. Now, I do think this is what caused Lisa Rinna to block me, which I love Lisa Rinna, Carlos. I
Why did she
do.
block you?
I don't know. Here's the thing, Carlos. When you get blocked by a housewife, sometimes you have to dig deep and say why. Because I really don't. I love Melrose Place. I'm gonna go and make an appearance at Rinna Wines if there's a Rinna Wine tour and she pops up to do a pop-up like Lisa Vanderpump in some. So Lisa may not be happy with me. I'm gonna just ingratiate myself onto Lisa Rinna. But when I was blocked, because you don't know you're blocked until one day it's in your mind and you're like, where's Lisa? I believe after doing some soul searching, Carlos, it has to be that I said very nicely that she was fired, which is a fact.
If you weren't fired, Lisa Rinna, why block somebody who said it? If I listen, I'm not blocking anybody who's going to say something that isn't true. If it's not true, it's like, whatever, bye. It must be true because it got you so bothered to block. And it's funny because I listened to your podcast. That's why I'm shocked. Because you don't say anything crazy about Lisa Rinna.
I love her.
Now, the other girls, you say, but Lisa Rinna, you say, you're like me. You say, guys, you're making a big mistake. She's great for the show. Is she messy? Yes, but we need it. Because the Lord knows Dorit and her rented fashions, allegedly, is not going to give us anything outside of kissing Kyle's ass. So, Lisa, stop it. Unblock him. It's not that big of a deal. But once again, it goes to show me that you're not that bright because you blocking somebody by saying you got fired means you did get fired and it hurt your feelings.
Yeah, and maybe it was for something else, but I mean, really, my record now. Melissa Gorga, I told you, just recently blocked me because Margaret, but like Melissa Gorga should have blocked me a year and a half ago. Like it's never the ones that should block you, and even Jen Shaw, up to the point that she blocked me, I never. Now, I mean, now gloves are off. I'll say what I really think about Jen Shaw, but I really tiptoed around it up until the fact that I realized I was blocked. I'm blocked, girl.
David, all of these housewives are, you know what? And listen, I can say this to you, David. You are really that girl because you really must have such strong opinions that are rooted in truth, that the truth hurts their feelings. Because one thing I know about reality stars, 99.9% of them wants people to kiss their ass. And they want to live in this bubble of their fandom and not allow anything outside of that to infiltrate their world. You are really that girl, David.
I never used to be, though. You're not blocked by anyone, Carlos. Are you not blocked by